putting the bassoon together, this is the fun part. I have the bassoon case on a table just to make the filming a little bit easier. I suggest you put it on the floor. The case is a little too big, a little too heavy, a little too unwieldy for anybody to hold. It's too big for me. And you just want it to be nice and safe. So put it in a secure, you could put it on a couch, you could put it on a pair of chairs, but I suggest if you put it on the floor, it cannot fall in the floor because it's already there. All right, you want to notice, you want to have the bottom part, which is the thickest part, the widest, deepest part, and the skinniest part is going to be the top. So make sure the top is facing up. I'm going to unzip my case and open it, and you can see all the pieces. We're going to start with the boot joint. It's got holes and keys and more keys, and it's got 2 holes in the top. All right, this is the wing joint, and that's the next piece we'll do. Notice that it has holes. The holes are generally going to face away from your body, and the keys are going to face you so that you can look down and see the keys. You have to look around to see the holes. All right, and then we've got the long joint, named because it's the longest piece. And the way you can tell which way to put it, there are obviously 2 ends. The top is actually bigger, wider around, and the bottom is the smaller part. So the smaller part goes on the bottom, the bigger part is on the top. And then the bell. It only has 1 key, and the open hole, this bell with the ring, faces up. All right, now we're going to take the seat strap and put it on the chair so that the hook is by your right knee. Now we're going to take the boot joint, got those 2 holes. We're going to turn it so that the smaller hole is on your right side. And you're going to hold the boot joint with your left hand. And you can sort of support it with your thumb under the little loop here. But hold it securely at the top. We're going to take the wing joint now. And you can put your fingers on the holes or between the keys. The idea is you just don't want to be squeezing the keys as you put the piece together. So what I do is I take my thumb, there's a little parking spot for it right here. All right, if you see this bottom hole and you come around, just park it between these 2 keys and then wrap your fingers around, and you can hold it without damaging anything. You're going to take this skinny piece, it's called the tenon, and you're just going to slide it right straight into the small hole on the top of the boot joint. Notice that the open tone holes, these 3 holes, face away, and the keys I can see, they face me. And then the next trick is you want to make sure there's a little, you can see that there's a curve in this wing joint, and that curve, you want to line it up so that it goes with the curve of the big hole so that the space is nice and even. If you have it too far one way or the other, then it's not going to fit with the long joint the right way. So let's try to divide that space, make a nice even half moon around that edge for the big hole. Okay, now I'm going to put this down on the floor, gently. And I'm going to hold the top of the wing joint just lightly with my right hand. I'm going to pick up the long joint with my left hand. And with the long joint, it's only got keys on one side, and those are going to face the same as the keys on the wing joint. And I'm going to cozy this curve into this curve so they just nestle right together, and I'm going to slide it straight down into the big hole. All right, push just a little bit so they go all the way together. There's no space. And you can see how these keys line up. Kind of memorize that look. You don't want the keys to be overlapping, and you don't want there to be a big space. So just like that. Now we've got to do the body lock. There's a lock up here between the wing joint and the long joint, and that's going to keep them from wiggling apart when you play. So I just have to lower this lever into the pin will go into a small hole if I have it all aligned properly. All right, and now they won't come apart. And the last piece to add is the bell. So I'm going to hold the bassoon again with the right hand, and I'm going to take the bell in my left hand, and I'm going to hold the thumb over this pad cup and push it down. So I'm going to close the pad with my thumb. If you'll see what that does is it lifts this foot. This foot has to slide over top of this key. So you line those two up, holding the thumb down, so it goes over top of it, and there you go. Now we need to pick the bassoon up and put it into playing position. So I'm going to take my right hand and hold the bottom of the boot joint, and my left hand is on the wing and the long joint. And I'm just going to lift it up and rest it on my right leg. Then I take my right hand and get the seat strap and just clip the clip onto the key ring. And that's, all right. We'll talk about specifically about posture in a minute, in the next video, sorry, not in a minute. We'll take the bocal, and when you pick up the bocal, you want to hold it as near to the cork as possible. So you're going to hold it here, and you're going to just slide it down. There's a hole in the top of the wing joint. You're going to slide it in there. One thing you need to be careful with, there's a little nub that protrudes right above the cork. You don't want to catch that. There's a pad up here, and you don't want to tear the pad with the nub. So just be careful as you put it in. A little gentle twist. And then you want to push the pad over to the nub and make sure that it covers the hole. And then you put the reed on. And you're ready to go.